What's good, guys? Another yapping video. This time I want to talk about accountability and responsibility for your own actions. Um, and when you start doing that, every shortcoming that happens to you, everything bad that happens to you, um, you take the responsibility. And what it does to you is you stop looking for excuses and you start looking for ways to better yourself so that it doesn't happen again, right? It's always because of your shortcomings that something doesn't work out. Maybe you didn't prepare well, maybe you just lack a certain skill, or maybe you're mentally, you know, incapable of handling certain situations. And all these things you can work on. That's the good thing, that you can work on bettering yourself in any area you feel like, bettering. So, first thing you gotta do is to take responsibility for yourself and the things you do so that you can work on them. Many people don't want to take responsibility and then they are glad that it's not on me, and they just blame other things, other factors, people, just so that they don't have to own up to it. But um, really having the responsibility is the foundation for improving. Realizing that it's up to you, it's on you, it's in your control, right? um but I get it, like, it's a choice. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Like, that's a part of human nature, or actually this world, that nothing is perfect, you know or nobody is perfect, and that's a good thing, because imagine if you were perfect, how life would be boring. Everything works out for you, you know everything, and all these things. Like, it's as if you completed a game, and what's the point of a completed game? If you ever completed a video game, once you finished it, you may play around for about, like, I don't know, 5 to 15 minutes, but then you'd get bored. Like, what's the meaning of this? What's the point of this, right? At least that's the case for me. Like, I don't want to play it anymore because, I just beat it. I think life works on the same principle, right? You overcome mistakes and you can see yourself progressing, and that's what, makes you proud about yourself. You earned it, you put in the work that was necessary to reach the higher level, and you did, right? You earned it. So, even me, I'm not perfect, you know. I make so many mistakes. I may sound like I know it all, but even if I know, it might even hinder me, because then you might overthink. And believe me that I do overthink a lot of times, and that's something I need to, you know, um, like, figure out how to deal with this, or like stop doing it, because there's time and place for everything. And I have this saying that you should try to act accordingly to every situation you're presented with. Mm, that also includes the people, you're spending your time with, the people you associate with. You gotta, um, you know, judge accordingly how you wanna perceive them, how you wanna treat them, how you wanna prioritize them, and the time with them. all these things you should have a good sense of judgment about. You know, the more accurate you're able to judge, the better you'll be at, making decision, playing the game, basically, the game of life. So accuracy is so undervalued, but it's important. Everything you do, make sure it's as accurate as possible, to your own values. When you speak, make sure you truly say the word that you want to say, if you can, right? So, yeah, because everything you say is like spell casting. It's a form of action as well. So you gotta take responsibility for what you are saying as well, how you are influencing other people and yourself also. Um, but it's not easy. It really hurts a lot of times, but you know, what doesn't hurt doesn't grow or something like that. Like, pain is a part of life. It has a purpose. It serves a purpose. So it's not just that you gotta avoid pain and something. If there is a reason behind it, you know, if it's between you and your goal, then it serves a purpose. But if it's meaningless, like, you know, um you don't know why you're, going through all this pain or this misery, then yeah, that's the pain you should be avoiding, because you aren't heading anywhere. um and then you're going through the pain for what, if you don't know, like, if you are not aiming for anything. So that's the importance of, you know clarity, having responsibility or accountability for, um, basically everything in your life, everything about you. you know Many people don't want to admit it, but we have a lot of control, a lot of things in control, in our lives. So yeah, stop making excuses and work on yourself. But first, you gotta take the responsibility. Thanks for listening.